And welcome back to the upstairs basement. You're on the couch with the Portland wet dream and the aspiring cool dad. And we got some fun topics today. What? What's you giggling at?
What's you, Cody?
Yeah,
The dad.
the aspiring cool dad.
Alex. Me.
Portland wet dream.
Portland wet dream.
What's
up, baby? Just had to clarify. Go ahead. Speak on it.
Okay, I'm going to just jump
Let 'em
in.
know.
We got some fun topics, but the first one I want to talk about, because it's kind of come up this week, shit you don't talk about with your coworkers. And I have no general direction for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Other than,
Can I ask you one question before we jump into that?
yeah.
I was listening to another podcast. Shout out Tiny Meat Gang podcast.
I forgot
And
about them.
they opened their podcast up with a question. And it's a question about the shit that people don't teach you. Like, you don't go through life. No
Yeah.
one's like, this is how you do it.
Okay.
How do you clean your ass in the shower?
Okay, yeah. I'm glad we get to this because I do it every goddamn morning.
I was going to ask you earlier, and I was like, nah, I just got to drop the bomb on him.
Okay, all right. So, hold up. Do you use like a loofah
Okay,
or
all right,
anything
okay,
like
all
the
right.
body scrubber
Loofah.
shit?
I used the
You use the
hand
loofah?
loofah thing.
See, I don't. I just do the hand business.
I still do that sometimes.
So I do that, and then like I don't want to run out of soap before I get to my ass, so I'll put more soap on, and then I'll just get in there.
Is it like this, and you just like go down? Or is
No,
it
it's like from the side.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
How you do it?
I used to do it just like kind of slide it like my hand's like a card, and it's just like,
Yeah, I do that like
Getting-
sometimes. Yeah.
and I feel like that does the job. But never know.
All right.
But
you know
but
what?
also with the loofah, sometimes I'll use the loofah. Like
Yeah,
I'll have a
see-
secondary loofah just for the butt.
See, yeah, I was gonna say I would need a secondary loofah.
That's what I
for the
do.
butt.
I'll get a second one.
I ain't gonna about to be putting a loofah all over my body when I know it's been in my ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But also in the podcast, they're like, you know what would be fucked up? It's like, what if there's a guy out there? It's just like, well, I turn the shower head to the straight one stream, and I just grab my ankles. And he's like, you know what, Noel, I'll take it one more. What I like to do is get on all fours, and I'll just back that ass up to the tap. I was scarred. My imagination was scarred. So I'm like, damn. He's like, and he came up with the same question where it's like,
Picturing that shit.
like they tell it like, man, that's so weird. Like, there's got to be someone listening to this. It's like, no, I do that.
Oh no!
I like to just grab my ankles, work my hands back up to my ass, and spread it
Spread it
so it gets real nice in there.
with that single stream, that power jet.
Gotta get that Irish Spring going though.
Oh, gross! That's so gross.
I was like, yo, what a great question. Because you're never growing up like, and son, this is how you wash your asshole.
No. I want to know what other questions there are like that. I gotta look this shit up for our next podcast.
Anyway, I wouldn't talk about that with coworkers.
Yeah, that transitions right into it. So that is definitely something you don't talk about with coworkers.
Oh, by the way, if you watch this on YouTube, what do you think of the new setup? If you're listening to this on any of our 10 plus podcast platforms, check out our YouTube or our Instagram. We'll have a picture of this new setup. Should I move the pictures down? Because there's more pictures about the pictures that you're seeing. Oh, we got the Sacred Images plug on the side.
True.
Quick
Dougie.
shout out to Dougie Fresh. Duck
Dougie
Corazon.
Fresh.
owner of Sacred Images, Tattoos and Piercing. Anyway, I feel like I'm talking fast. Coworkers, right? Sorry, I was like, not to be punny, but I was very anal about shouting out like, "Yo, if you see this, let us know what you think."
Stan Pleather.
Stan Pleathers.
That was the couch.
'Twas the couch. Do you have shit you actively think about? Like, oh, I want to talk about that. Oh, I can't. It's coworkers. I don't want to talk to them about that.
Yep.
Like what?
Like, I don't know. My work, it's like I want to dish shit on someone else in the office, but then like we're also like,
talking some ass out there.
Yeah. But then
Fuck
I
Carl,
don't
dude.
know like the other coworkers, right? Because we're all just like a fucking secretive bunch of people. So I'm like, I have certain friends in the office that are like the more normal people. Betsy, well, shout out Betsy. You'll never listen to a podcast, so we good there.
Shout out First Interstate Bank.
Yeah, they're probably listening. So that cleaning the asshole thing, let us know.
What do you do?
I hope they listen to it.
I usually just go starfish.
They're gonna
yoga pose up, spread,
and we're gonna do the tree.
And just deep breaths, 10 of them. Just let
10 count is all you need.
It's a good flush. Let me tell you.
10 and clean, baby. That's what I always say.
10. There you go. Next pose.
Do you ever talk shit on coworkers to coworkers?
Some of them, yeah.
Some of them.
There's a couple where it's like all mutually like we don't fuck with that guy.
Okay. See, I don't have that dynamic.
Like there's a delivery driver, like he'll leave the store and be like, "Fuck that guy," and I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? Fuck that guy." Yeah.
God, I want that. I want to be able to talk shit on my coworkers to another coworker.
Do you ever get scared you're being talked shit about?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that happened.
I'm really blunt about it. I'll ask people. I'm like, "Yo, does anyone talk shit about me?" Here?
I'm sure it doesn't happen often because most people like me, that from what I think, but I know there's got to be a couple that aren't fond of me that probably talk shit to each other because I know they're friends.
Yeah.
But just because I don't have the degree level they have, I know it's a shit talking point. They're like, why the fuck
just like
does
a
this
power
kid work
move?
here? Yeah. Like they're superior. Like, I'm better than you because I'm a doctor. And it's like, calm the fuck down.
Okay.
Like,
What,
I'm still our HR guy. I still approve your hours. So, like,
I can see your paycheck, dog.
Yeah.
You understand I'm in charge of this?
You understand how you get paid?
Oh, so you're telling me that direct deposit didn't show up? Weird. That is so weird.
You should take that up with your HR guy. Oh, where's me? Oh, sure.
And your accounts guy? Oh, that's also me. Man. I'm in charge of so much.
Oh, you want me to approve that purchase order? Shouldn't have talked shit.
Oh, you have a proposal? I guess no one's hearing that this month.
Shoot, but that's money for the company. But I'm not going to put you down on it.
See, I don't have that kind of power in my workplace, so it doesn't matter.
That's the other thing that sucks is I'm the HR guy, so it's kind of hard to talk shit.
Because you're the guy that's supposed to like keep everyone together.
But I mean, as an HR person, you gotta let it out to someone. It just sucks. It can't be the other.
Yeah,
employees.
I feel like it's hard to share like even like funny stories that happen in your personal life with coworkers. Because they're like, yeah, you're my friends. When I'm like, it's like I'm paid to be your friend right now.
Yeah. Like, okay. So this is kind of a weird, I don't know if it's like a breakthrough or what, acceptance. But so I'm past my 1 year at ADVR. And I feel like people have gotten way nicer. I don't know
It's like
why.
you had a probationary period or something?
Yeah. It's like it was a trial run for all of them to accept me. Like, a few of them did.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, over the past 2 months, it's been like people been super fucking nice. And it's like, what, I just had to put in my time before you guys actually talk to me? Like,
I'm a vet now, so that's where this respect comes in.
What's good? Is it because I approved all your purchase orders? Is that it? You gave me a trial run for a year to see if I'd approve them?
This is a good guy. I guess we should give him a break, huh? Should probably say hi to him back one of these times. He does have some really cool plants at his desk. Maybe I should acknowledge that.
I got my one plant. Betsy's the only one that ever comments on it. She's like, plant's looking green. You watering it? I'm like, yep, I sure am. There was a time I fucking forgot it was at my desk. Like like, because it was there when I got there, so it's not like I brought it in. And so I didn't ever think about watering it. So I didn't water it probably for like a month. And Betsy came in. She's like, are you just trying to kill this thing? I was like, what thing? And she's like, look in the pot. I was like, Betsy, I literally forgot that thing was there.
Thought you were making a joke about the printer again. Damn it.
I'm pretty sure all the people hate me because of the fact that whatever I want from the IT guy, I pretty much get. Because everyone wants a printer at their desk, but they ain't got it. I asked for a printer. I got it.
How fast did you get it? What was your turnaround on ask to receive?
Probably like a month and a half.
That's not too
terrible.
bad. I mean, you got it. So
yeah.
Any time period would have been okay.
And then like everyone else has one monitor. I was like, I'm going to need two. I'm going to split screen this shit. I mean, I deal like some of the shit I do, I have to have 4 screens open at the same time. So I got a half and half. And these other people are like, they walk by and you can tell they're just pissed I got 2 monitors. I'm like, Gucci gang, baby, what's good? Betsy's got 1 monitor.
You know these monitors are 60 hertz a second? Mm-hmm. Yeah, bitch.
Bro, okay.
4K too.
I'm going to flex on them real quick.
Flex.
But we're doing this remodel in the back. We're adding like this. It's a clean room. I don't. If you people know what a clean room is, then you know. But it's got like, we're putting in a gowning area, like that space shit where you got to put on the full bodysuit. Like it has to be pristine condition inside, like
airlocked.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like it's got its own special ventilation system we're putting in, so like everything just gets sucked out. Like you have to have a gown. You can't have dust particle, nothing in there. So we're putting in one of these, and so we tore down some walls and shit, and there's a microscope table, but it was, I don't know where the fuck they got this table at. Take the microscope off, put it on a cart, wheel it into the next room, and they're like, I don't know how we're going to move this table. It's all marble. And I looked at it, and I was like, oh shit, that's not like that fake plastic marble, and I knocked on it. Solid fucking marble. I was like, oh shit.
We bougie in here.
And so like the top came off and we put it on a cart, wheeled it into the next room. And then like we got to the base and they're like, you can't really move it 2 people because it's a weird thing. But it's got like a steel pipe running between the 2 legs. And I was like, hold up, I'm going to try and lift this shit. I'm a strong man. Tried it one time, completely failed at it. But it was like suction cup to the fucking ground. It had been there probably for 10 plus years without moving. And so then I finally got it unstuck and was able to lift it. It was not a big flex, but it was only like probably like 300 pounds, which some people might be impressive, but a lot of people like, that's it. So I like walked it into the next room. Let me get these guns out of here.
Was that a vein? Oh.
I'm so vascular.
Good pump today.
So I picked this fucking thing up and I start walking with it into the next room. And our vice president is like, whoa, what is this? I'm like, excuse me, Phil. He was like standing in the doorway and I was trying to go through. This motherfucker like went to the back and got everybody. He's like, you gotta see this. And so like 14 scientists come running back there and they're like, what? They're all like this fucking big in the arm. And I'm like, it's not that, like it's somewhat impressive, but
to
if
them
you
it
ever
is.
spent any time in a gym, like, you see way bigger people moving way heavier shit.
Yeah.
But none of them probably ever been inside a gym except for like 2.
Yeah. On the elliptical or something.
Yeah. But it was just like a line of scientists like, whoa.
Show him what you showed me.
That's not what he showed me.
Oh, quick shout out to George, by the way. Losing weight, man.
I saw that. He's shredded as fuck now. He's got to be like
trimming out
6% body fat.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, he lost like 25 pounds in like 2 months or something. Month and a half.
Yeah, cause he slimmed down a while ago. And then he was fit.
Then he pumped back up.
Yeah.
Now he's
and like
trimming.
not huge, but like bigger than what he was, and now he's just slim and trim as fuck.
I talked to him the other day. He said he's feeling good. He's not like unhealthily.
Yeah, he doesn't look unhealthily skinny. He just looks.
Yeah, but he said he hasn't been this small since like sophomore year of high school or something.
Yeah, he looks like small, but not
and his
small.
face looks like all trimmed down too,
defined and shit.
Yeah, I was like, okay, George, I see you.
It's not round anymore.
Maybe you can finally make a layup, George.
It's not
I don't
this
know.
big old basketball head sitting on top of his neck.
I was thinking Kevin Hart talking about his son. Bobblehead. Wow.
Every time I think of his... I'm talking to the host.
I've done it too.
Every time I think of him and his son, I was like, when my son throws a temper tantrum, he's like... Da!
Someone had to go.
I wasn't even mad. She made an executive decision. She had to go.
She was right. Someone had to go. Y'all better not be in that toilet. Yeah, I can remember like this whole stand-up.
That's wild. I watched that one just the other day, and I can't remember it nearly as well as you are right now.
Just like this. Y'all better not be in that toilet.
I love the part when he jumps down the flight of stairs after watching The Conjuring. He's like, and you know what? I had a laugh. I didn't give a fuck about my family. I just left my wife and kids in the house, got in the car. And then his dad's in the back. So he's like, did you hear that? Oh, fuck Connie. Her back wheel was locked. I ain't going to carry her. I can't carry her through the house.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about the movie Us real quick. Since it turns out you saw it too. Quick spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the movie Us, we may or may not spoil some things. I just wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, it's been out for a little while.
Because the shit was crazy. But it was also hilarious. The dad's commentary had me cracking up.
The dad was my favorite part of the whole fucking thing.
Hi, Dicky. What kind of white people shit is it? I have the highest kill count. No.
No.
Okay, you have one. You have one. She's due. But no, she came back. She's due. Just let her drive. Okay.
Yeah. I did not expect that ending though.
Yeah, the twist. But it's like right at the end. Like,
yeah, they didn't make you fucking
before
wait.
the twist happened, I was like, okay, what the fuck? Like, is this going to lead into like Us too? What's going on?
That clone shit was weird to me though. I'm going to spoil this shit.
Go ahead.
We got to talk about this clone business.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck?
Okay, before we get into that, I just want to say how masterful Jordan Peele was of foreshadowing at the beginning. All the weird shit that happened in the beginning, like the opening sequence and all that.
Yeah.
It's like it all tied back in
All
eventually.
came back in towards the end.
Like even the
Like
commercials
the
playing, it's just like, what the fuck are these? What are these 86 commercials?
Yeah, like the whatever the
Walk Across America thing.
Yeah. Hands Across America.
The like all the rabbits. You're like, what the fuck is this about? Is this a classroom? Which I thought it was. Like when the classroom gets like chickens and shit.
Yeah. But then it kept zooming out and there's rabbits.
And then like the message of the tunnel systems. I'm like, how does this tie into like a clone?
I'm genuinely curious about that tunnel system thing.
But then once the twist happened, everything like made sense.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm putting pieces together, man.
I was curious to know, is that tunnel fact he throws in at the beginning, is that real or is that just for the movie?
I would assume that's real.
I'm generally curious about why we have so many fucking tunnels.
I feel like
unused.
I feel like it's a fact, but it's also that was his way of being like, all right, this is how this can be a realistic experience.
Yeah.
But it was just crazy. Like, why would you have like what is the purpose of having so much death and then holding hands across America?
Yeah.
What significance does that have? Or was that like since she was taken at such a young age, that's all she knew. Like, this is how we're going to change the world is by this commercial I saw when I was 6.
Yeah.
Wild.
I just did not expect that ending. Like, what?
And then I was wondering why the real one talked so weird.
Me too.
Then I was like, my guess is from the pregnancy of not having any kind of medical anything and just having to have the baby and like her shit.
That makes sense.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, she lost her voice. Like her vocal cords are fucked up because she went through so much pain or some shit.
Yeah. But then, like, why do none of the other ones know how to talk?
That's why, though. And then the only reason the mom knew how to talk is because it shows that she didn't know how to talk when she came back. And then, like, once the twist happened, you're like, all right, that's why. So then she was able to learn because she was amongst the humans and learned how to talk and all this shit.
I also like,
and that's why the real one was the only one that could talk down there. And then she's like, yeah, they said I was different, and like then it all makes sense. It's like, of course, you're the only one that can fucking talk,
right?
And then it made sense why all the other ones are just going,
yeah. The fucking noises were just so wild.
Also, the sound effects in that movie were insanely good.
Like what sound effects?
Like any sounds, like waves, rain, screams. It's like they were so specific. Like when the lady's screaming like in a back room, the sound was like just that back corner of the theater.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, yo, that's fucking crazy.
That was pretty cool.
I just think this like the use of sound in that movie was done really well.
Yeah, but what weird fucking movie.
Yeah, I was talking.
I mean, go see it. It's an awesome fucking movie, but it builds you up to the end, and it's like, what is happening here?
And then, I was like talking about like, how does a director get to like, where is the presented idea? Like, how far does a presented idea go in difference to like the final project of a movie?
And then it makes like when she's so nervous about going back. Yeah, it all makes sense. Why?
Well, at
the
end,
the beginning kind of makes you like, oh, the bad childhood experience, but then you dive deeper like to the end and knowing that she's still down there. It's like makes even more.
Or when she's like terrified of her kids, like, there's a family on the front lawn.
Yeah,
and then she's like, of course there is. Then you understand like why she's so like. I have a feeling they would come back. Like, obviously, bitch, you fucked it all up.
You fucked it all up. You did this.
Oh, you doing too tough not to eat rabbits now? Okay.
That part was fucking weird. The rabbit thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or seeing like the alternate reality, like as they were like replaying reality and then going down to the other. I just called it the upside down.
yeah.
It's just like people are just walking around like zombies.
Yeah.
Weird.
That was fucking weird. Anyways, good movie. Go watch it. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, kudos to Jordan Peele. He did a great job.
Yeah,
both movies now have been really good because he did Get Out as well.
Yeah.
Which is also pretty good to me.
Also, I watched the new Pet Sematary.
Oh, how was that? I haven't seen it.
Bruh, scary as fuck. Like, I don't know if anyone's ever... I don't know if it's like late 80s or early 90s. Yeah, I've seen the original. When the original... It wasn't that bad.
As like a remake, it wasn't that bad?
No, like the original wasn't that scary. Like what you thought it should be. This new revamp shit, 10 times scarier than the original one was. Like, I don't even know how to... Like, I couldn't even fucking... Normally, like... I eat my candy and shit in like scary movies. Mm-hmm. Nah, I couldn't do it. I was like too fucking scared something was gonna like pop out because it's a real jumpy fucking movie.
Yeah,
but like they put it together really well. But it's just way more fucked up than the first one. Same storyline, but just way better.
Did you see the? Were you there for all the previews and stuff?
Yeah.
Did you see the preview for the Ma movie?
I want to see Ma.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting,
so fucking bad,
interesting movie.
Yeah,
like idea.
I can like see that happening. Yeah. Like for real.
Kind of. It seems a little like blown out of proportion, but it's a fucking movie. But just like how it happened, I was like, where is this? Like, what is this movie about?
Yeah.
Why are these kids like, oh, they're just gonna get alcohol, go to a party, die or something? Yeah. No, that shit took a crazy turn. I was like, yo,
I gotta see Ma.
We gotta see. Yeah, that was probably the most hyped preview I saw.
We should go see that shit. We haven't watched a scary movie together since fucking The Conjuring.
Like, how'd she get our phone number? And just like these random videos, like, you don't want to get drunk with Mom?
Thanks for these earrings.
Yeah, like wait, hold on. What? And then makes out with like the son or whatever, like of and she like knew the dad or some shit.
Then like the reverse, the white face on the black guy at the end.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That was fucked.
I'm so curious. I want to see that.
Okay, we you know, let's go with that together. We gotta go see that shit.
Okay.
We'll report back on that.
I had some fuck. Shit. Right.
Okay.
Lil Dicky's new song.
Oh, Earth.
Yep. Just came out last night. Today.
Yeah.
Something.
I just watched it right before we did this.
Yeah. Shout out to him. Trying to save the earth
Trying
through
to save
music.
the earth. And
so
the
many
proceeds
cameos.
going to the earth.
Yeah.
Okay, I also got while we're on the topic of Earth, I've been watching. I don't know how factual it is, but Notre Dame burning down.
Oh, all the controversy.
All the controversy with that shit that's been happening, and then how they're like billions have already been raised. I don't know about billions. I could see like 100 mil, maybe a couple 100 mil.
Yeah, and then people pointing out how like rich the church is.
Yeah.
Like they can
like,
rebuild it themselves.
Yeah. And I mean, I get like people say that the church is worth 34 billion, but then like, you got to think that shit is spread out across the world. So like they have a decent amount probably set aside for shit like that.
Especially some like Notre Dame, like with the prestige the church has.
Like fucking keep on talking to it. Like the it's more of like a landmark now than I see. Like more people think of it as like the Seven Wonders and shit, like more of an icon rather than a religious establishment,
like an Eiffel Tower kind of deal.
Yeah, because it is religious, but I have a feeling more people just think about it for the engineering and architect marvel. That
then you see the people. It's like God doesn't care about the stained glass. Go if you're gonna donate to like a real charity or something.
And that's part of the thing I was thinking of, like with this Earth thing that Lil Dicky's got going
on. We love the Earth.
It was a meme, yeah. That it's funny how much money rich people can raise when they actually care about something. Because like apparently they say billion, but I'm gonna say like probably a couple 100 million. Has been raised so far. But in under a week, that's a lot of money to raise in under a week.
Yeah.
And it's like, instead of donating to that, like take that couple 100 million and throw it towards other shit like world hunger and shit like that.
Or even you think about Trump's wall idea. He was still able to raise a bunch of fucking money for that.
Yeah.
It's just like...
It's just funny how much like the elite class
can fix things.
Yeah.
Or just fund things.
And it kind of like puts it, because people talk about the 1% and not really realize how much wealth that is.
Yeah.
Until shit like this happens. Like you can raise a couple 100 million in under a week and it's not shit to them.
Yeah. Or you think about like professional sports players. Like they're not part of the 1%.
No, and that's wild. Like you can a 24 million contract for 2 years. Like that's not
like
wealthy.
Damn, he's wealthy. Like no.
I read I don't know why. I was reading statistics for like something like to throw a topic in here or there about it. But apparently the average American, there's a survey done, doesn't think $1 million is rich anymore. It's moved to like 2.5 million is wealthy. Like $1 million apparently isn't shit, but it is. But people are like, that's not wealthy.
Like I need more.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is understandable if you're at that point.
Yeah.
Like for us, we don't have a fucking $1 million.
Right.
But like, do you think if we had $1 million, it'd be like, we need another like $1.5 million before I feel okay?
Need more money. Yeah. Like, so grown up shit with my 401k. I'm planning. My plan is a retirement to have between $1 to $2 million.
Okay.
And I feel like that may or may not be shit by the time the next 40 years passes before I retire.
With like inflation and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows, man?
Because like $1 million at retirement is... People were saying like you should have $1 million at retirement. Or at least close to it. And now that figure has changed to like you need like 5 to 6 million to lead you like your normal life now.
That's still insane.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't you just need like 300,000 or something?
Right? Like, fuck.
Like, that's so much fucking money.
So much.
What is your average life? Like, what are you?
I was like trying to think about it. Then like,
are you spending $20K a day? What's going on?
Like, I never think about like taxes afterwards and shit like that because you still gotta pay taxes every year. You gotta pay that health insurance, life insurance. Hopefully, life insurance is paid by them. But it's just like, oh shit! Like, and you never think about that stuff, but it adds up quick each year. But then if you don't work a part-time job in retirement, that's a lot of money going out. And then hopefully you have a house payment paid off by then.
Then you wonder if like, what if Social Security has like some weird change in the future and you don't get checks after you retire?
Right. That's what I'm banking on, is not getting checks, and that's my $1 million has got to just carry me.
Yeah.
And that's where Kirsten will probably have another like $1 to $2 million because she started saving well before I did. But she's also
that's just even crazy to think about. Like someday I'm supposed to have $1 million. Just lying around.
Right.
Just saved up somewhere.
It's fucking weird to think about.
Just in a bank somewhere. Catching interest here and there.
Fucking wild.
Crazy. I felt fucking rich when my tax return came in this past week. Like I checked my account. I'm like, ooh, shit. So I'm going to go buy me a new controller.
I'm going to get kind of into financials of ADVR without putting too much out there. So like Betsy and I were talking, like we'll receive checks from some of the companies we do with that'll be like smaller. So like we got
quote unquote smaller.
So like we'll get a check for like $2,000 something, and like I'll do my thing with it, and then I'll take it into her because she's the one who puts it, like deposits it in the bank. But I do my accounting shit with it.
Right.
Hand it to her. She does her. And we got to talking. She's like, "Oh, that's it," and I was like. I didn't want to say it, but I had that same fucking thought because some of the checks we get, it's like, oh shit,
a lot.
This is just sitting here at my desk, like, oh shit, can I just deposit this in my account?
Like 6-digit.
Yeah,
crazy.
And then you get one for $2,000, and you're like, oh, that's it. If it were me getting that $2,000 just on a random day, I'd be like, oh fuck yeah, it's a good day.
Yeah.
But then when you think company wise, I'm like, this ain't shit.
Yeah. What's this pay one employee's fucking paycheck? Cool.
Yeah. It's like, fuck. Can't think like that. That's a good fucking paycheck.
Good God.
Money's weird, man.
And I feel like the bulk of this podcast, we wanted to get into roommate shit.
Yeah, okay. So this might transition into one of the topics I had that I titled, Let's Get Uncomfortable. So mine, before we jump into the roommate, was uncomfortable situations. I got one. I don't know if she'll ever listen to this. She might. She's kind of weird enough. She might stumble upon this.
Okay.
But one of our delivery ladies at work, real uncomfortable every fucking day. Because she comes every day because we order a lot of shit on our FedEx account. And so she delivers almost daily. And it's just a lingering... in conversation wise, it's just so awkward.
Yeah.
Like we're a real quiet company. So everyone, fucking people in the back can hear how she talks. And I don't know what I did to make her think that we're friends from day one.
But you did something.
I apparently did something and we're like fucking besties. And she'll tell me all of her life's problems. Like no one else can hear what she's saying.
Wow.
And it gets so uncomfortable. Okay. So back that people finally got to experience it this week.
Other than you.
Yeah. Like I tell people, like if I'm not at my desk, other people will answer the door because we got the locked door. They'll accept it, and they're like, "She's kind of fucking off, man. Like that's a weird experience." I was like, "I know. I do this shit every day.
I'm in the trenches with this bitch."
And so no one else knows about this. And so she comes to the door the other day. I get the package, and she's like, "Oh, you weren't here. It took you a minute to answer." I was like, "Yeah, heating up my lunch in the back." She's like, "Oh, what are you having?" I didn't want to get into it. And I was like, I'm going to have soup. And she's like, you know what sounds good? It's like, what? And then she started talking about this food place she wanted to like go to. And being a nice fucking guy, I was like, oh, that does sound good. Like, you should do that. She's like, I'd have to drive all the way across town. I can't do that. She's like, you want to go to lunch? I was like,
she goes, you want to go to lunch?
Yeah. I was like, who the fuck just says that? And then she kept talking about like fries. This place has these fries where they do something to the batter.
Aleworks?
No, it was Brewskers
Okay.
or some shit, and just talking about the fries, how the fries are so awesome.
Yeah.
And I didn't really give a shit. I took the packages, went back to my desk, sat down, and she stayed at the fucking door and just talked to me loudly.
From distance.
I started opening up the fucking packages, like trying to give her the hint, like, I'm done here. Like, but nicely without saying leave.
Yeah.
So finally, this conversation ends, and I walk around the corner to like take some shit to the back, and I run into David, and David's like, that was awkward. Like, I left my desk to go get water in the back because I couldn't handle listening to that conversation. And I looked at him, I was like, every fucking day, David. Every fucking day. And then other people, like throughout the week, she's just been on a weird fucking roll lately this week. And so the other day, I was outside unloading some shit that we got on a pallet to bring it inside. This woman, I wasn't at my desk, so someone else got the packages that she dropped off. She starts driving around and like sees me outside with two of the other people unloading this shit. Stops her fucking FedEx truck. Music loud as hell. Like, no FedEx driver listens to music this loud, but this bitch does. Just blaring in the fucking parking lot. She's like, didn't you hear the fucking doorbell? I was like, I'm fucking outside. No, I didn't hear the doorbell. I was just playing with you. But I was like, do you see that there are other people around right now and you just yelling out F words in front of coworkers? Like, people just have this impression of you now. And then like we have this weird fucking conversation because it was Thursday. Mm-hmm. So the other nice day we had this week. She's like, I just want to be in flip-flops and shorts, maybe bikini out on the river. I was like, bitch, you just need to leave. Like, you were making this awkward for not only me, but the other two guys out here.
Yeah.
And so she gets back in and leaves, and they both look at me. They're like, you weren't fucking kidding. I was like, no, I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Every day she just makes you like squirm a little, like
this
isn't how you handle yourself in your job, like making other people awkward as shit. And she doesn't pick up on the social cues you throw at her, like, I don't want to continue down this road.
Mm-hmm.
Just keeps going on.
Mm.
Everyone else got to experience it this week. And they're like, fuck, man, I don't know how you do that every day. I'm like, I don't either. Sometimes I just want to request a new person, but I don't want to be a dick at the same time.
Right. That does sound uncomfortable.
So now we have that uncomfortable situation. Let's jump in.
To the roommate situation?
Yeah. I've been waiting.
For anyone else listening that has heard of the struggles that have been happening, we had a roommate that we had to officially terminate his lease after about a month.
I was about to say like a month, maybe?
A month into living here. Yeah, man, shit was wild. Just the amount of disrespect this man had. Like his room was right next to my room. We really found out how thin the walls were.
He really pushed that shit.
But he pushed it beyond that too. Like normal people, there's like a respect amongst just an unwritten rule of like, all right, it's 11 p.m. Maybe I should not be blaring 90s rock with my sub on, singing along.
Yeah.
And he did that multiple times. And the amount of alcohol this man consumed was ridiculous. Every day. Every goddamn day.
That's what I found wild, was the amount you said he was drinking. I was like, every fucking day?
Every day. And like, my other roommate was like, cool with it to an extent. I mean, he's on the other side of the house. He doesn't hear everything.
Right.
I heard everything.
Like, you share a bathroom with this fucking dude. You share a wall with this dude.
And the amount of like weird shit he did. Like, okay, he'd play like 2000s hip hop. That's fine. But then he would dive into like the unknown shit that just also happens to be on the guy's CD that like no one really knows.
Not the hits.
The
shit you skip past.
Yeah, and he would play those, and there was times he would turn it up really loud, bass is bumping, cool, whatever. It's 5 PM. I'll fucking deal with it. Yeah. Like I'll just be like, you know what, you're doing your thing. I guess I'll have to. You pay to live here too, whatever.
Yeah.
But then you'd hear him rapping his own rhymes.
Oh, his own verses.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Check out my SoundCloud.
But you couldn't like really understand what he was saying. But you could hear that he was not saying the same words of the song.
Right.
And it's just like, what is this man?
Just playing instrumental.
Is this just an aspiring rapper right now? Like, did he just write a verse to "Can't Tell Me Nothing" by Kanye? Like, what is this man up to? And that would happen. And then there's times where I would be like, all right, this is loud. And then the other roommate would be able to hear the bass and shit from his room and text him and be like, yo, this is loud.
Yeah.
It's midnight. Turn it down. And he came back argumentative.
Yeah.
And was like, I can't do shit around here. Okay, just to let you know, the other roommate is also the landlord and homeowner of this place that I'm currently living in. So he told him, like, yo, keep it down. It's kind of rude.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, you don't let me do shit around here. I'm not a pussy or a bitch. I will not. I can't do anything. And proceeded to turn the music up louder for about 20 minutes. Weird, dude. It's
I was here for one of those nights.
Fuck? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there were times where he would, like, after a few confrontations of like, yo, you're being a dick. Like, just turn it down. He would just turn the sub down, but the speakers would still be loud. So I could still fucking karaoke to every single goddamn song this dude's playing. And it's just fucking mean. Not mean. It's just disrespectful.
Rude as fuck.
Yeah. So then randomly, like sometimes like after midnight, his sub would just randomly come on for like 15 minutes. And then he'd cut it back down. And then he'd play his phone calls like through his speakers, and you could like hear the whole conversation. Whenever
the fuck does that?
Whenever a girl, he was on the phone with a girl, he would always talk about how much money he's making, and like how much money he made in the last month, last week, what he's gonna do with it. And I thought he was like a drug dealer.
Yeah, I can see why.
And then the roommate, homeowner dude, left. And shit spiked. That's when it peaked. Like, we got a hot tub recently, and then the dude's like, all right, here's the rules of the hot tub.
Yeah.
Don't do this shit. And we're like, all right, cool. That's fine. He does like everything the dude tells him not to do. And so I was in the hot tub one of these nights, chilling. Out of nowhere, some random dude shows up in our backyard. And it's like, yo, what's up? Like, I just turned around like fists ready. Like, what? Hey, whoa.
You trying to catch these hands?
And he's like, yo, he told me to meet him out. Got the horses in the back. He told me to meet him out back. And I'm like, what? Just use the front door. And he's like, oh, he told me to come through the back. I just wanted to ask him, like, why the fuck? Like, there's no one else here. Just go through the front door.
Right.
Why? You're weird. You're weirding me out. This is a weird vibe you're giving off right now. And then there's times where there was like 3 different times this roommate that is now kicked out would be like very drunk, and he would just like come up to me and start bawling and like telling me these like weird life story things, which I still don't know are true or false. But he would throw like random slang into it, like he was this thug.
This G.
Like, I remember one time he was telling me about this like love of his life that he had that he no longer has. And he's like, I'll never love a girl like that again. I still got like bitches and hoes. But like they won't be the same. And it's like, of course not. If they're your bitches and hoes, dude.
Yeah.
Why can't you just say like, I mean, I fuck, dude. I totally fuck. Like, why couldn't you just say
I was literally just fucking thinking out.
Dude, I fuck.
I fuck, dude.
Like, why do you have to say you got bitches and hoes on the side? But at the same time, he told me, I was like, no, you don't, dude. Shut up.
Have you seen you? No, you don't.
And he was telling me, like, I used to be the shit in high school. And so I was like, well, you're definitely not anymore. You do fucking...
It's like the Hoodie Allen song, 18 Cool.
You do drywall and you drink every goddamn day. You're no longer MVP of JV right now. I'm sorry. You're not the 94 Chiefs right
State
now.
champs runners up.
And then, like, just the amount of shit this dude didn't know, like, to do. Like, we shared a bathroom. Terrible. My electric razor is broken. The soap dispenser is broken. All my shampoo is gone. I don't know
Brett, he was one of these fucking
and
dudes.
he didn't have... He had less hair than you. All my shampoo is gone.
What the fuck was he doing?
And whenever I had to, like... He would take long showers. And it's like... He had, like, 2-part showers. Like, he would shower. You'd hear it turn off. And then you'd hear it turn back on again. You're like, wait, hold on. What is going on? Then I'd have to, like, wait to, like, go to the bathroom. Always that weird timing, you know. When someone takes a shower, you're like, oh, I gotta piss now. I'd go in there, and it's just like the whole floor is like a fucking puddle, dude. It's like, do you just get out of the shower and you're like, fuck a towel, dog. I'm just gonna walk to my room.
I don't know how people live in such chaos.
So one night, while roommate was gone, he went in the hot tub from like 11 to like 4 in the morning. And me having the good heart, I was like, did this dude like die in the fucking hot tub? Because I would go and like fake like I'm getting a drink out of the fridge or something, just to like peek outside and see if he's like good.
Yeah.
And it was like 4 in the morning. I'm like, all right, I need to sleep. Like, I'm tired, but I'm also concerned about this man's life. And then he fucking comes in. And I hear him like stumbling, and he's like cussing and shit. And then he like hops in the shower for like an hour. And then once he got in the shower, I finally went to bed. But it's like, what the fuck? And then in the morning, there's like a small blood trail to the bathroom, broken glass outside. And now there's also like a blood spot on my bath mat. It's just like, what the fuck happened? Like, what is going on? And so our roommate also, he had one camera set up in the living room while he was out of town. And he said there was times where this dude would just like flip off the camera at like 2 in the morning. It's just like, why? Why are you such a piece of shit? Like, I don't know. And there was a few times he tried like apologizing to me. She's like, yo, I'm sorry if I'm like a dickhead. And I really, like, me and the other roommate decided we're going to kill him with kindness. Like, we're not going to be any kind of asshole to him, give him any kind of reason. But I really want to be like, yeah, you are a dickhead. Like, you're a piece of shit.
You are a piece of shit, dude.
And like, he ate my granola bars. He ate my Hot Pockets.
No, dude.
He left the oven on a few times because I think he was just like too high and just like forgot. He forgot his corn dog in the microwave like 3 times in one night. He would just go back and like reheat it. And I like hear him go. And then I'd be like, I'm going to go check if that corn dog is still in the microwave. And it was. And there was one time after the roommate came back, he like came in my room first and was like getting the lowdown and everything.
Yeah.
And then he's like, let's talk outside. So like, we don't have to worry about him hearing us. So talk outside. I come back in. And he was heating up some in the microwave again. So I jokingly was like, yo, don't forget your corn dog again, which I had said before, and he thought it was funny. This time he's like, fuck you, don't fucking talk to me. And I'm like, okay, pussy. Like,
pussy.
You are a pussy. This is some petty shit.
You a bitch.
Pretty much, dude. So then we were both worried he was going to like freak out when we gave him paperwork that he had to like get the fuck out.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He became like a solid roommate for 2 weeks or 12 days before he left.
He worried about that reference if he has to list it.
Or he's worried like, because if he fucked up again, like if any reason if we had any reason at all, a sheriff could come and just take him.
Yeah.
And he like wouldn't be able to get his shit. Just weird, man. Because then there was times like after he signed the paperwork, he'd see me and be like, "What's up, Alex?" And I'm like, "Don't fucking talk to me. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
I don't give a fuck about Motley Crue, man. Yeah. Just because I watched the documentary doesn't mean I want you blaring it at 1 a.m.
Like The Dirt, that was cool.
It was very cool.
Fucking blast that shit like, all day long.
Not right now, Tommy. Not right now.
It's 2 a.m. I don't give a shit.
I'm trying to sleep, man. I gotta fucking destroy a PowerPoint in the morning. Leave me alone.
3 a.m. I don't want to be hearing girls. Fuck that.
I mean, it's cool, but like not that cool.
Not that cool.
I mean, if like they showed up here, yeah, wake me up 2 a.m.
Right.
But not right now. Ah, man, there was just so much. I feel like there's so much I'm like missing because I'm like trying to think of everything.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear more on this.
Oh my God, dude. I'm so glad he's gone. It's been such a quiet few days now that he's out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice, man.
That's gotta be nice.
Oh, and like he like fucked up. Like we have a dartboard out in the living room.
Yeah.
No holes in the wall before he lived here. Now, so many goddamn holes in the wall.
What
the dude, other roommate told me, he's like, yeah, I think I'm going to send him like $10 from his deposit.
Yeah.
Like, you have the fucking right to.
Exactly. This fucking dude is just not right.
Oh, and with the hot tub, left the top off and like ran the jets after it was like already too low because he went in again, just ran the jets anyway. Luckily, roommate has like the hookup with the hot tub people, so we got it fixed without being charged. But like, you're fucking dumb, dude. Why are you doing that? Oh,
this dude's a real menace to society.
Yeah, but he has bitches and hoes, so you can't really tell.
He ain't no pussy. He ain't
or
no
bitch. I can't tell him nothing, dog. Oh my God, dude.
He be making that money though, so
he did get laid once while he was here. So that's good.
I just love the story behind that with the doorbell.
Dude, oh God. 2 a.m., dude. I'm like, this is like just the point where I'm like, okay, good. He's asleep.
Yeah.
I'm not waking the beast here. I can go to bed. I turn down the Netflix, roll over. Like maybe 10 minutes, you just hear like, dum, 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 dum. You're like, what? Who is banging on the door at 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
Like, is this one of his buddies? And then you hear the doorbell go off a couple times. You're like, what the fuck? I go like sneak over by this window. I'm like crouched, just like looking out. Just like, I can't see nothing.
Right.
There's nothing going on. What the fuck? Are we trying to get robbed? Like, I'm so glad I locked the door.
Yeah.
Don't lock the door.
Don't lock the
door.
door.
But it was locked. So, and then like, I'm just sitting here. Like, knees are getting weak because I'm just bent down. Didn't have the couch yet.
Yeah.
Just listening. And I hear like, God damn it. It's like a female's voice. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And in my weird self, I'm like, is this an ex that's just coming to kill me? Like,
right.
It's just like, I need some milk. Like, I don't know. What the fuck? Pass the salt. I don't know. So I thought about like getting up and going to check the door. Yeah. Just like open it and be like, home in America, whatever the fuck. I don't know what I'm going to say.
Right.
I'm like really thinking about going to check the door. Sure enough, I didn't have enough time to think about it because then I heard dum 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 again and like rapid doorbell ringing.
Yeah.
And I thought my other roommate was going to lose his shit or like his girlfriend was going to lose.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to freak out and be like, all right, you're out of here. Get him out of here.
You out of here.
But nothing. I hear shithead wake up, like snort his ass up and is like, oh, fuck. I hear him like mosey on over to the door, open it. They come back in here and they just like start talking normal level, just like we are right now.
Yeah.
It's like 2:30 in the morning. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
And like, why do you think it's okay to do that at a house that you know other people live in? And then they proceed to have really weird, inconsistent sex for like an hour. Weird noises were happening, man. Walls are thin.
That's fucking weird. And you would think if this motherfucker does drywall, you would think he's got to be up early to go do this shit.
Fun fact, he got fired.
I've been waiting for this.
Which is just not surprising. And apparently he cried to our other roommate about it. It's just like, well, tough shit. You drink every goddamn day.
Yeah.
You're stupid. You set yourself up for failure. It's not anyone else's fault but yours.
He makes so many bad life decisions. I can see why he'd get fired.
Yeah.
I don't imagine this dude ever showed up for work on time once.
Or he was just at work hungover every day. And there was times I would wake up at like 5 a.m. and he's just like violently puking in the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's like, how is this a great, like, why is this your cycle of a day?
Like,
why is this part of your routine?
That's my thing. Like,
and
you would think like after 1 or 2 times you would get sick of doing that.
And
shit.
he would like drink and smoke by himself all the time.
There
was rarely people here. And if there's people here, they would be here for like 20 minutes. And that's what made me think he was a drug dealer. But other than that, it was just like, how is this fun?
Yeah.
Like, how are you living your day to day? Like, yeah, I'm really getting it in these streets, fam. Like, you're not. You're a piece of shit.
You don't even have a car, bro.
Like, I felt bad to an extent. Like, at some point, I was like, I don't feel bad anymore. You suck. Like, you suck as a person.
There is like a line you have to hit before you just like, this person's just a piece of shit. Like,
yeah. And then when my roommate was like, yeah, he just told me he got fired and he's having a hard day. Like, I want to feel bad, but I don't.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't, because he's just going to blame somebody else for this.
So many times, like, you just eventually just shut off.
Yeah.
Like, you did this to yourself.
Yeah.
Not going to feel bad for someone who just does this to themselves repeatedly.
Yeah. And what made it worse is that he would like complain to the other roommate about like me, like listening to music or like watching TV loudly. Yeah. It's like, no, bitch, I turned my shit down for you.
Right.
And you're still blaring your shit, singing along to every song. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Don't fucking talk to me, dude.
I don't fucking like this dude.
Yeah, like when you and Brad were here, that night we did that podcast. Check it out if you haven't already. Mm-hmm. That was before Cody was a married man.
True story.
That night we dealt with shit and we're just like, this dude for real?
Like we would pause and be like, what the fuck? What is he doing?
It's just wild, dude. But he's out of here. And then a homeowner dude said we're not getting another roommate.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's dope.
Yeah.
He still wants to be on the podcast too. Sometime.
We need to. The homeowner dude is.
We'll give him a name when he comes on here. And he can talk.
Yeah.
All day.
He is a talker. But he's cool as shit. I don't get how that guy can be such a dick to such a cool landlord. Like, it's not your typical landlord situation.
And it's not even like hard rules to follow.
Yeah.
It's not like he's a hard ass. Shit. I love living here. I have so much freedom to just do whatever. Right. I can get in the hot tub whenever I want.
Yeah. It's not like an awkward, like, if you were to live with like a normal landlord, like where you weren't friends or anything, like you would feel weird getting in the hot tub.
He's around the same age. Like, it's not this weird, like, old dude that happens to live there.
Yeah.
He's younger than me.
Right.
I'm almost 30, dog.
Don't even say that shit right
Transition. But yeah, just fucking crazy.
Speaking of almost 30, so when people ask me my age now, I've almost said 27 on multiple occasions.
What?
I just want to skip 26, but I'm fucking loving 26. So I don't know why I want to say 27.
I don't know, dog. You got something up going with you.
I don't know what the fuck has been. But now we talked about the roommate shit, it makes me want to talk about the show Friends. Like from the 90s, early 2000s, and how that show really just it gives you high expectations for roommates. But then like when you live with roommates, it's nothing like what that whole show was like.
Like you think you're going to become like this big group of friends?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's what the dorms do.
Yeah.
For a semester, and then you realize it's fake. That's like bullshit.
Like you and I have lived together on a couple of different occasions, and it's been awesome. But then like you'll have like 2 other roommates or some shit, and you expect like maybe to get along and do some shit, but they never have the same vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
They're always just kind of fucking off, and it's like,
yeah, I've never had a roommate where I'm like, yeah, bro, lifetime best friends.
Right.
Like, we're tight. We go out together.
The only other roommate outside of like you that I've become friends with, Fop.
Yeah.
That's the only other one. I mean, in that house, Graham was cool. He just kept to himself.
The other dude was cool.
But he never fucking did anything with anyone.
Yeah, but he was cool sometimes when I would come by.
Right.
But yeah, I became friends with Fop too.
Yeah.
I was like right away friendship. Shout out Fop one time.
Shout out Fop. Roommate connections. Craigslist was good.
Was good, but also fuck Craigslist at the same time.
Very true. Except for fucking Kirsten and Ashlyn.
Oh,
they became best friends.
Nice.
Shout out Craig.
And his list. Hell yeah.
His list.
Man, that's wild. Oh shit. Let me before I upload this. I did a poll.
Okay.
On what people wanted to hear.
Yep.
So we have two guests coming up in due time. One being a vice president of HR operations for a company that is also just a fun guy, and he has a cool like life story, life experience type stuff. Yeah. And then the other one is a I don't know what to call her. A local kind of comeback story of sorts.
Okay.
Been through the trenches of some shit. Also went to the same high school as us. But she has a very interesting story. Ties into drugs and coming back from that and like thriving now in college. And I put out a poll on like who the people would like to hear from. Who do they want to have on first?
Yeah.
And now we're going to see what people thought.
These results.
I mean, we have 100% on the comeback story.
The comeback story.
The female.
Okay. Yeah.
We won't drop any names. But
suspense.
So she's going to be on. Now that we know that. That might have to wait until the semester's over.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Right.
But good to know.
Yeah.
We can do that. And I'm in conversations with the HR guy. He's very excited to be on the podcast. Which is just crazy.
About
that seems crazy to me.
Bro, I'm going to ask him some questions on the podcast. I'm going to translate it into my own HR shit.
Now, your culture, how do I make that my own?
Bro, I was fucking thinking that. Like that.
I heard about this margarita machine.
So how do I get that into my workplace?
So I understand the normal prices here. Where's the wholesale you got it for?
Show me your sources.
I need receipts, dog.
Give me a paper trail here.
Yeah, but you guys can look forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's all I have to talk about for future podcasts.
Hold up. I got to do a quick Cody's Corner segment.
Ooh.
It's going to be quick as shit. I'm with facts this time.
Wait. Cody's Corner.
Boom, wait. All right. So I knew we had shit to talk about. So I kept this one short. I made it fun facts.
Fun facts.
So Canadians say sorry, that in 2009... they made a law that an apology could not be used as an admission of guilt. Yeah.
In Canada?
In Canada, dude.
So sorry doesn't count.
No. So if you apologize for something, that can't be an admission of guilt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? This one was wild, but everyone always thinks it. But Facebook had created 2 AI chatbots, artificial intelligence chatbots.
Right.
But they shut them down because they created their own language in which they conversed with each other.
Whoa.
Yeah, so Facebook shut that shit down.
Yo.
I read that and I was like,
crazy.
You always think it, but you're like, nah, maybe not. But no, Facebook pulled the plug on that shit.
Wow.
Because they had them communicate with each other and then eventually
that's some Terminator shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, we're conspiring now. That's wild.
Yeah. I thought that was one of the coolest facts I found. Cutting down a cactus in Arizona can earn you 25 years in prison.
I feel like I've heard that.
Because they view it the same as like cutting down like a protected tree. So like cutting down a redwood almost.
Yeah.
This is a cool one. Buddha shit.
Ooh, I'm interested.
Okay.
So you have my attention.
Buddha pictures and figurines are generally depicted as a big belly dude. But the real Buddha was actually extremely skinny because of self-deprivation.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So that's kind of a little backstory on the Buddha figurines and shit you see that are usually full figured.
Yeah. Big boned.
Yeah. There is still an active volcano in Colorado, but the last time it erupted was back when the Egyptians were building pyramids.
What does Yellowstone shit count as? Does that count as active volcano?
Yeah.
Does that fit the descript?
Yeah, it's the largest active volcano.
Oh, okay.
In North America.
I was unsure.
Like
I was unsure if it was called a volcano or not. Okay.
There was a Polish doctor during World War II that lied about a typhus outbreak and saved 8,000 people to keep the Nazis out. So he faked and lied about a typhus outbreak so the Nazis wouldn't invade. Saved 8,000 people, around 8,000 people.
That's wild too. What a smart guy.
Right?
That makes me think of the kid from Us that just like took control and like walked backward. I was like, yo, genius move.
Right.
Anyway.
Mr. Jack Daniel, the whiskey man himself, died from kicking a safe. He broke his toe, and like back then, like a million ways to die in the West, and he's like, sorry, I couldn't save your wife. And he's like, she had a splinter, doc. What could you do? So he kicked a safe, broke his toe, it got infected, and he died of blood poisoning.
No way.
Yep.
Jack Daniels.
I'm not sure if I'm going to say this one right, but Svalbard, Norway.
Okay.
There's an island right off the main island of Norway.
Mm-hmm.
It's illegal to die on the island because they can't bury a body properly because of permafrost.
Okay.
And so if someone's about to die, they fly him back to the main island.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Shout out Norway. While GPS is technically free for people to use,
Yeah.
it costs $2 million a day to operate, and it's paid for by taxes.
That's news to me.
Mm-hmm. And,
wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. These are some fun facts.
Yo,
dude.
that's wild. Like actually breaking that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And people may or may not know this one, but bulls are colorblind, so the color red actually doesn't faze them. They just hate the waving shit in their face. It just irritates them.
I didn't know
so
that.
it's nothing about the color red. They're colorblind.
Wow.
Yeah. Those are my fun facts for Cody's Corner. Cody's Corner.
Those were interesting. I'm kind of baffled.
Yeah. I looked at something and I was like, what? The fucking Facebook shutting down the two AIs. I was like, that's wild.
That makes you think of those things where it's like I made a robot listen to 1,000 speeches and came up with this.
Regurgitates what it should sound like.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But also, that's like what you are afraid of and like expecting. Like, of course, we give robots all this stuff and then they're just going to flip it on us.
Yeah.
Boom. Sure enough, happened. Kind of. Well,
kind of.
We don't know because we don't know what language they were speaking.
Right.
I wonder if anyone ever decoded their messages.
I should probably look into that.
Yeah, that's crazy. We should flex and bust out of here. No, you're a robot.
No, pull the plug on these bitches right here.
Oh, they're typing some weird shit.
They're typing some, Mark, come here. You see this? They're typing weird shit in here.
Hey, you see that power plug over there? Can you just unplug that real quick?
Pull it. We're done here.
No.
This was fun, but they gotta go.
You imagine if it was just a plug and like some guy's like, why isn't this plugged in? Plugs it back in. End of the world happens a week later.
Everyone's personal shit gets shared.
Oh, what if that's how it happened?
Yeah.
That's how Zuckerberg got in trouble, was his fucking robots. He's keeping all this information down here.
Keeping all of it.
Whoa,
Whoa.
That's what they were speaking to, probably.
So bang, bang, skeet, skeet.
That's a funny thing to go. Damn, I almost forgot about Cody's Corner. I'm glad you had facts ready.
Mm-hmm.
Dope. Do you have anything that you might want to talk about next week?
I got a few more topics in here. I'll save them.
Do you have any like little sneak peeks into what you might want to talk about to let the listeners know what may be coming their way?
Oh, things getting too systems too complicated to make people follow through. I guess
systems.
Okay, let's just kind of briefly touch on it, and then we'll get more into.
Okay.
So, like with healthcare claims, like, do you think they make it such a difficult process so like, they don't have to pay it out, so people just give up because they give them the runaround so much?
Yep, I had to. Yeah, I can talk about that with my recent court experience.
Yeah, and it's just other shit like that, like your experience. Some shit I go through at work. Like, do you think they just make it that way because they're like, people fucking give up?
So many hoops to jump through. It's not worth it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, okay. That's a good. Yes, I'm. All right, I can talk about that.
Yeah, that was like the main one. I was going to talk about stepping up my volunteering game, doing some more volunteering tomorrow for Clean Up Bozeman. Anyone wants to join in Clean Up Bozeman, starts at 8 a.m. Meet at Bozeman Public Library. Grab your shit. They'll send you somewhere.
Cool.
Clean up the town.
I'll be at work on Saturday. Sorry. Also, next week we can most likely, depending on when we record it, talk about the NFL draft.
Oh, true.
Because that's going to happen.
True.
We can retouch on how we know a professional athlete and blah, blah. No flags or anything.
No flags. But really, we flex it.
So I guess that'll be it for today. Don't forget, because I forgot last week, we have the Patreon, patreon.com/upstairsbase. Same as all of our social media handles. We have very low Twitter followers as well. So if you have a Twitter,
get on that Twitter game.
Follow us.
Tweet it.
We probably need to tweet more, but it's a give and take. We need more followers. We'll tweet more.
Yeah.
Twitter was a hard thing to get a handle on, I guess.
It was.
But yeah, thank you again, everybody listening, I guess. Thank you, Cody, for coming over later in the night to record this. This is Friday night, 11 p.m., going up Saturday.
Boom.
And we'll see you guys next week
on
the Upstairs Basement.